15 and November 21, 2024, right?
I'm guessing she's reading it.
Yes, with those corrections, I will second.
Yes.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Or excuse me, roll call.
Pick,
Yes.
Bruns,
Yes.
Wick,
Yes.
Sturgeon.
Yes.
Goodchild.
Yes.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Moving on to discussion items. Jason, Shirley.
So I have in front of you the annual survey and the annual report for the public library. We've been trying to do that as per code within 90 days of the close of the fiscal year. We're off by, I think, a day here, October 1. But so just to let you know that this last fiscal year was eventful. The staff worked very hard throughout that whole year. One of the achievements this year is we put in new copy, scan, fax machines. And the difference that makes for the public is that now printing from cell phones is considerably easier. It's not without some knowledge of how your cell phone works, but it does make it a little bit more streamlined. And one of the machines allows patrons just to come up and scan to their own email without staff having to intervene at all. And the past year, we also introduced several new programs to our already robust schedule. We have the Playdate Cafe, which is for families with young children. Teens and adults could take part of the Beat the Blues Challenge during the long days of winter. The Friends of the Library received a grant from the United Way, which helped us provide an outreach summer program at the Holton Drive neighborhood. We worked with the Holiday Inn to use their conference room, and that was a really nice addition to our summer program. And then behind the scenes, the staff worked really hard to get new registration and room reservation software in place. Our old software package was being sunset. They were going out of business, so we had to move, along with a lot of other public libraries, which meant our vendor that we chose was very busy and had a very short window to work with us. But nonetheless, we were ready to go. The big date for us is May 1st. That's when summer reading registration starts. And we started it at 12:01 midnight on May 1st. In the first few minutes, we already had 14 people register. And then by 9 o'clock that day, it was 100 people. So the good thing is people were excited about summer reading and the software was working right. So that was a big one for us. And we look forward to, another busy year coming ahead. I highlighted some of the things that are in the very big survey that goes to the state libraries. I think 26 pages that we have to fill out every year. But I pulled out some of that data on the cover sheet, and I added a few other things that the state library doesn't necessarily ask. And if there's any questions on any of that, I'd be happy to answer any of that.
Not so much a question, just an observation. I think it's fascinating that one book came to us 1,741 miles away, and we have almost the same amount that we loan out that we also have loaned to us for patrons that want a book that we don't have.
Right.
That's a nice service.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we don't necessarily send across the country. We're not part of that. There's a software program that you can look at. You can join up and send across the country. It costs a fair amount every year to be part of that. So we just work with the state library to get our out-of-state requests in, and that's what you see there from Eugene, Oregon. And then we also get an additional 445 books in from other libraries. When we have book clubs in town, we'll have a book club that needs 8 copies of a particular book. So then we have a little bit more coming in if you consider the book club requests too. Yeah.
Shirley, I'd like to compliment you guys on the summer outreach to Holton Drive. That's a cool idea to have an off-site just for some kids that maybe don't live as close to the library as others, and give them a chance to participate. That's cool.
Yeah. I would like to thank Justin Dale from the police department. We sat with him early on when we were thinking about this and kind of talking it through with him, and he encouraged us to go for the United Way grant. And then we did put a lot of flyers at those apartment buildings, and we did get families from there, but we also got families that we also put it in all of our flyers because it was a public program. But none of the people who came there had library cards. And so then we saw them come to the library and get library cards later on in the summer. So that was really neat.
Any other questions of Shirley? Good report. Yeah, it's very good.
Okay.
Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Shirley. Jason,
I don't have much. Like AJ mentioned, we have a 2 o'clock walkthrough of the rail spur, so hopefully that goes well. We also have a plywood meeting today at 3:30, so
Yep.
we'll get an update on that. But the contractor was out there working, I noticed, but whether they got it done, I don't know. So that'll be today. And then you all failed to mention Maxine Gall as the Clem Citizen of the Day.
oh my gosh.
She
does now.
So congratulations to her.
Yeah, congratulations, Maxine.
And that's all I have.
What was the reason for the award? Just putting up with Mark every day? or-
Maybe miles walked, I see both of them walking an awful lot.
Oh,
so-
yeah, good. Joe, anything for us?
Nothing to add today.
Clark,
Well, thank you.
Steve,
Just a reminder with fall and the leaves coming down, not to blow your leaves out onto the streets.
Clark will be patrolling, I would assume.
I just wanted to precede him. They've all been given up.
I think of you every time I mow the lawn, so, yeah, I don't have anything.
I got him.
Ryan?
I just had one request from some people in the neighborhood. They'd like the geological marker that got knocked over at Cleveland put back.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
People keep reminding me of that, and I keep forgetting about that.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Clark.
The trees on the boulevard look really good, but has my suggestion of maybe blending in a few evergreens, has that taken any kind of drip? So we don't see a maple disease that wipes out 3 boulevards 10 years from now? And I'd like to see just a few of them placed in there and replanted. Has that taken any kind of,
There's been discussion of that. Brad did had a conversation with a tree farm,
okay?
and they didn't recommend, just because of aesthetics, burying trees.
Okay,
Just the fact that it would look better if it was all one type of tree.
it certainly does. I cannot deny that, and I'll even yield to a professional who knows that stuff.
You know what?
But that doesn't address my concern 15 years from now, when
You know
I'm
what?
dead and gone, and you get a tree disease and
I
half of them
had
die.
somebody mention that, about something affecting maple trees.
Oh, like acidity? Okay, if there's those reasons, whatever, I'll drop it.
Well, no, I mean, much like the emerald borer.
Oh, there'll be
ash borer,
something that comes
after-
along.
That's-
Somebody had mentioned to me that there is something out there that is affecting maple trees.
Well, maybe rather than maybe every other one or something at this point, do it by block. 3 or 4
Yeah.
maples and then a different species on the next block.
We got a good deal on maple trees.
Maple trees, I'll drop it, but they look really good, and they're coming really good. They look
I'm
really good.
surprised, the trees even at the campground that were underwater are still alive.
Hung in there?
I jumped out of turn, thank
You're
you.
good.
Can we tap those trees and get some syrup?
And as soon as, yeah, I know. And as soon as I get out of here, I will get a hold of Brad about that marker.
Okay. Brad,
Nope, nothing for me.
were you done?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, take a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.